Alright, it is Saturday, November 11th, 2023, Veterans Day. And I'm here in Fort Myers Beach. And the sad thing about it is Fort Myers Beach is crowded today, big time. And all the parking spots on Estero Island, even some of these backup remote ones that I have, are crowded. And so I had to park on Little Estero Island. And I didn't want to. I said to myself, you know what? Let's forego today because I noticed it was also high tide. I'm like, it's not going to be a good bicycling experience anyway in Fort Myers Beach. But I said, okay, one of these bicycle videos again where I have to bicycle over the bridge to get to the beach. But I might end the video early because I know I don't want to bore everybody going over the bridge twice. So, there we go. And another thing today, I forgot my my sunglasses. In such a hurry to get to the beach. I was bicycling and I was doing some garage selling. Garage selling just ended. I was throwing everything together in my car real fast, and I don't know why I overlooked my sunglasses. Most important thing, but I did. It was overcast out, so the sun glare wasn't that bright. Anyway, getting back to this building over here, I still want to buy this building, but that door keeps on getting broken open. Those windows keep on getting broken. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of vandalism here in Fort Myers Beach. A lot of bums are, like, I'm not sure if they are, but a lot of people are living and squatting inside that place. Now, I don't know if I want to take on the additional hassle of having them arrested, releasing them because the police are like forcing me not to press charges, and then having them break into the business again, and I'd have to almost live on site. And if I did, they would break into mine. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to deal with that. So having a real estate office a little bit farther away from the beach may actually be the best option. So I did pump up my tires to 60 pounds today, so they're probably riding at around 40. But I don't know. So yeah, I won't bore you on the way back. This will just be the boring ride to the beach. So it's crowded. I mean, just about most of the paid parking, that's all taken. And I should have at least pumped up the tire to 65. I'm really feeling it now. I'm trying to get over this bridge. Hold on. It's quarter time. Is it quarter time? Oh, it's dime time. Oh, terrible. Well, I gotta pick it up. I don't like litter. The dimes these days don't even feel like dimes. They feel like they're like pressed aluminum with some kind of silver paint on the outside. Oh, terrible. Yeah, I haven't done a bicycle ride over this bridge in a while, so I used to do it twice a weekend. You get accustomed to something. And plus I was bicycling over it with my mountain bike that has really good 29-inch tires. These are only 28 and a quarter. Yeah, so I went, first I drove into Fort Myers Beach. It took me 40 minutes to finally realize there's no parking spots. Diamond Head is opening, so a lot of the employees are reporting to duty and parking everywhere they can. So there must be at least 100 employees stopping up 100 more parking spots, and that's what's taking up all the spots. So I said to myself, even if I wait till tomorrow, it's just going to be worse. There'll be more employees showing up for work. So I said, nah, this better park in Little Estero Island than what we do. Well, bicycle over, so it's almost, I've only come to Estero Island, Little Estero Island once, where the free parking was all taken. A lot of people don't know about that. Only the locals seem to know. Wow. Okay, we made it. Humidity is really down. You can see very clear. I can see all the way down downtown Naples, and I can see all the way out to the edge of Sanibel. Plain as day. I can even see St. James City from here. And I can see the Hilton Resort. I'm looking well easy. Yeah, whoever bought this business here, this 430 San Carlos Boulevard, did a great, what I call El Chico repair job, and they got away with it. So they must have greased an inspector's hand or something. Because they did what I would say the minimal amount of work to get a property that was pretty well destroyed, to get it up and running again. I have to tighten my brakes because my brakes are not gripping like they should. So anyway, there's something called Mr. Williams Island Bar is now open. A lot of people are hanging out there. So anyway, we're going to get down. I can see from here the tide in the Gulf is high as well. So it must be about 1 o'clock by now. I got down here at 12 noon. Oh yeah, the tide in the canal here, these are really high. Almost to the top. So it's one of those 4-foot tides, high tide. Got here at 12 noon. And almost for 40 some minutes I was looking for a parking spot. Getting caught in traffic too, trying to find a spot. There is a church, but they put up signs now. No food bank parking everywhere, so I'm like, oh no, we get ready for season. I guess seasonal people are starting to, park every which way they can. There is a spot coming up here on the left-hand side. I could have parked in. I don't think anybody would have complained about it because it used to be a communal road attaching all the buildings. So let me see if I can find the property. I used to park here before Hurricane Ian, plus 35 years ago. I used to park over here. See, it's right here on the left-hand side. They have it roped off. There's another one coming up too. So this is one of the choices I would have made, but they have it roped off. And up here's the other one. Yeah, I can see the water is very high. Inland water and as well as the Gulf. Right here. In fact, I'm not even, I don't know. Okay, I'll go to the Bobbish, but I wasn't even going to go there. Alright, since it looks like we're going to have a lot of street video. So the tide goes out on the Gulf first before the inlet goes out. So I'm hoping the tide is starting to recede. Because it was really high on the inland when I got here at 12 noon, but now that's 12:40. I'm looking; it's still very high when I look towards the inland area. And when I'm looking towards the Gulf, it almost looks like the water wants to crest Estero Island. That's how high it is. Anyway, if you're looking for real estate, anything left standing here is a good buy. Anything. Right now it's relatively inexpensive. Fire marshal isn't really concerned anymore about these. They already did the amount of demolition they expected to do. And so any of these hotels on the left-hand side, especially this one coming up on the left, anything that's fenced in is still a buy. Don't let that fool you. They have a permit in place, which makes the building worth its money. But if you don't see active crews, so I see a lot of scaffolding, but I hear some work, but I don't think it's that way. This Island Shores, now they got a good team of people in there. I'm not sure if they got more than 10, but they got a good team. And you have to work, because if you go one more winter without income coming in, that's it. You've defaulted on your loans, and you're done. Okay, I'm looking towards the right. This is where Sterile Island gets kind of narrow. And the bay is right here, the inlet. So, pretty high. For the most part, Pink Shell's got their act together. I think they used to have some pavers here on the bay side. I don't see them anymore. It could just be their sand over pavers. And there used to be pavers on the right-hand side too. They just paved it over with asphalt. So yeah, pavers was just a bad idea. Asphalt lasts, concrete lasts. So that's all they did. Yeah. They had pavers here on the left-hand side. They just dug them up and put asphalt in. Cheaper, goes on faster, and it's durable. So here we are. Yeah, I already see there's inlet water. I had socks on from the garage selling. I took them off right as I departed my car. So it was kind of silly when you're bicycling on the beach with socks. Not that I'm cold. I wasn't cold. It's just that, sometimes when you're garage selling, I like wearing socks. For one, it gives you extra protection against like any dew in the grass you're stepping. And again, there's a lot of no-see-ums that's trying to bite you right there in the ankle, and you don't feel it until after you get home, and your ankle is like inflamed. You have to rub it, and it's like, what happened there? But putting socks on, nullifies that. And for whatever reason, no-see-ums, if they can't bite your ankles, they go up to your eyes and try to bite your eyes. I don't know about that one. I thought, okay, this guy's putting an umbrella stick in. I thought he had a metal detector straight ahead there, but I see he's going slow but sure. All right, so the water is kind of high here. We're going to have to meander our way around this tidal water here. Looks like the tide is slowly going out, ever so slowly. Oh, wow, hold on. What is this I just saw on the ground? I only like to pick up dollar bills or bigger, but... Okay. I thought that was a SIM card. I was like, a SIM card from a telephone? I'm like, wait, what is that? But no, it's not. It was just someone was peeling off a wrapper to a package of cigarettes, and that's the little tab from the wrapper looked like a SIM card. I was like, a SIM card? Alright, so my cameras, I'm trying to position them a little bit. Alright, so hopefully both cameras are on. I fixed the sound thing with this 4K camera. What happens is that there's a middle button, and if you press it down for like 2 seconds, it turns the sound off. I just realized that. The problem with this camera is that the instructions were like in Chinese, so I couldn't understand them, obviously. And there was no documentation online. There was no online manual. So, it's one of these live and learn things. I must have touched that, held it for 2 seconds by accident, and turned the sound off. But see, now I know how to turn the sound on and off, so I don't know why people want to turn the sound off. Well, I guess they do. A lot of people don't do a recompiling of the video like I do. So this area is wet, so the tide was higher. You can see where people are positioned their lounge chairs and their umbrellas. They're far up on the beach above the high tide. The area that I'm bicycling in right now is when my tire compresses it, it's wet. So But yeah, I don't even want to bicycle over there where the waves are going, because that's all high tide, like soft sand with one coating of wave water on top of it, so it's still very soft underneath. A lot of people out here, and some late arrivals have positioned themselves right near the water. So I'm looking over avoid these sandcastle pits. I'm looking over at the pool area for Pink Shell Resort, and it's a happening place over there. And they have a restaurant right above, so you take the stairways up from the pool area right into the lobby restaurant. Now the building next to it, I think it's called the Centerboat building, that one also has a pool, but they're still working on it. So here's late arrivals here. Everyone's a late arrival because it's hard to find a parking spot. So unless you own a condo here, you can park inside your private property that you know or own or can use. So garage selling was pretty good this morning. I actually crossed off half the route because there's only so many garage sales you can see. I mean, even if you were to spend a minimum of 2 minutes at a garage sale, which really doesn't do garage selling justice, you have to ask your questions. You have to give people time to think about it, and in 2 minutes time, believe me, parking the car, walking up there, driving between garage sales, you consume time. So this one community sale we went to, of 120 potential homes, only 20 participated, which is still a lot. Usually there's only 1/20th, so I expected far less than that. But we're going over here. See, the sand is getting really soft, and I'm sinking in. I'm hoping that there's going to be harder packed sand over here. It's slightly harder over here. Picking up a lot of sand on the tires though. So yeah, garage selling was good. I could have bought more. There was a nice lawnmower for $25. That's a resale of $200. So that would have been a good investment, but I chose not to. I like smaller items. So yeah, I'm looking at all these properties that still not open. All of them are good values, good buys. Some of them still have rip screens, but for the most part, they've been fixed. But if you can get a group of investors to go in with you, these properties are golden. You're not going to find opportunities like this. I mean, of course, if another hurricane hits, yeah, you'll find opportunities galore, but the cost of building a new building right now is astronomical. So you have to buy a pre-existing and deal with it. You can charge. I mean, they're charging outlandish $400 a night. That's Walt Disney World prices. I can't understand that. But if you can get $400 a night, or times 7, $2,500 for the week. Wow. Go for it. It's like they're charging $2,000 on average a monthly rent right now in the area. If that's a monthly rent, or macro. Right, it's like weekly rent here. Well, it's more than that actually. So anyway, here's the Best Western Plus. I would love to buy it, turn it into a casino. That takes investors and time though. I don't know too many deep-pocketed people. They're all fully invested at the moment. One seagull was like lying on the beach, didn't care. The other one thought for some reason I didn't eat lunch. I didn't. And that thing would make a good chicken sandwich, but no. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down to I'll take a bicycle ride down Sarah Boulevard down to Publix, but I'm the beach probably is going to end right up here because it's just the tide is just way too high. And I can see ahead there's already too many people closer on the beach. It would be dangerous for me to bicycle. A lot of these people have no care in the world. They're not looking in either direction, they're just walking. Oh, thank you. Those are people like this that take up their prime bicycling. Open back here in this hollow, the water has compressed the sand a little bit, but it's all caking around the tire, making it even that more difficult to bicycle. If I can't bicycle in high gear, then there's an issue with the sand. The problem is there's plenty of sandcastle pitfalls. See, the best place is that hollow there, but that's where everyone's looking. Right at the center of the deepest point of the hollow, right here. I feel I'm not digging in. There's the least amount of sandcastles in this area too. I guess people think I'm a policeman, but I have a wearing all black today. So it's terrible. I think I'm a policeman, but not. I got a black bike too. I got 2 cameras on. That almost looks like I'm a policeman. So this is interesting. Now this is high tide, and high tide has created a little sandbank here in front of the old Pier 1. So good, I can bicycle on the beach here. This is really good. Someplace I had to sacrifice for the sand to come down. Oh, thank you. Smell of fish or urine. Notice who is very high right now. It smells like urine. Oh, wow. There's something wrong about this area. I don't know why people would want to lie down in this area. It really reeks of urine. Probably some kind of a line ruptured or something. Or maybe there's just a ton of people peeing offshore. I don't know, but it's really putrid. Here's the pirate here. It's $5 a shot. $5 a shot. I got a video of him for free. Why? It's terrible. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm getting in trouble. Thank you. Tell which ones are the parents, because the parents are looking at me like I'm the problem. I think if I was wearing socks, that would be they would just surmise I'm a policeman. I took my socks off, but I'm wearing black shoes. Almost looks like in front of the Margarita. Almost looks like I'm like an FBI agent on a bike. All right, so this is a really low hollow here. I'm gonna go on this side because normally the waves break on this side. They don't break on that side, so the impact of the waves breaking hardens the beach, so it's better to bicycle over here than the other side of the moat. Again, they haven't put their diamond bright, the 1-inch marcite on the top of their pool surface yet, so they still have to do that. That's going to take at least a week to cure. I don't know what they're waiting on if they want to open in about 2.5 weeks. So there's a lot of boats here, so Veterans Day. People are really enjoying themselves. mix. Everything from Spanish to you can hear Cuban. You can hear distinct Cuban, Spanish, and then yeah, you can hear music and then you hear, of course, the American music, both. You know, a lot of dogs on the beach. There's one dog here. He's really nice. He's trying to stay in the shade. He's lounging down. Pretty cool. All right, looks like the beach up here is compressed. So try bicycling up here. It's pretty nicely packed up here. So many people walking up here. See, people compress the beach. I'll give the dog some drink. He's a cutie. I'm making a sandcastle sculpture out of it. Here's the ice cream guy. He's waiting for everyone to pass by so he can squeeze his ice cream. Or whatever you want to call it, trolley guy. Yep, we got cash in hand, sure. And they have a $20 in hand. That's going to be a historical event because pretty soon it's going to be $40. They probably are going to use most of that 20 to buy ice cream. A lot of people on the beach there. These people park here paid for parking, so they want all their $20 worth. It's $20 a day. The water smells better, a lot better down here. It doesn't smell like urine. So these people are having a good experience. The water itself, it's got that high tide churn look about it, but it doesn't look that bad. You know, I like the morning look. You get that blue water, but then again, that's only the angle of the sun. Thank you. This is amazing that I could bicycle at high tide down the beach. Normally I wouldn't be able to do this. But it looks like there's been enough foot traffic in this area to compress the sand enough. Or there may have been like a mid-tide where the mid-tide was really high, and instead of going to a low tide, it went back up to a high tide. So they may have had two high tides within 6 hours that have compacted the beach. Yeah, I'm not even going to go down. I'm just going a little bit beyond Diamond Head here. We'll come back and I'll do a little bit on the road. Probably go down Diamond Head on the road. I'm just going to go down to where the seagulls and the people end, and I'll turn around and come back. I was thinking about possibly going out to the East Coast tomorrow. I have next Monday off, so there's no rush to get back to work. Although I got projects at home piling up. I have a lot of painting to do, a lot of inside scraping and painting, mopping, basically scraping paint up. I painted, now I need to scrape, and then I need to touch up paint and probably scrape again. Go as far as I can down, but I don't want to get. I see the seaweed is increasing in density. So they probably scrape the beach up here in the morning, and then by this afternoon the seaweed will creep, using from the waves, will creep all the way back. Oh, it's really soft here. So this is a sandbar that was just pushed up onto the beach. Alright, so this sand is compacted, but it's a little soft. But it's a lot harder than that sand. This sand actually is nice. Well, if I get this sand all the way to Publix, that wouldn't be too bad actually. This sand is pretty nice. It's not as hard as the tire marks ahead of me show. The tire marks are made from wider tires, which can support more poundage per square inch, whereas my 2.1 inch surface tires, it's concentrating 60 pounds a bike plus 200 pounds a person on top of that. So the clouds rolling in, you can see them. Out in the Gulf, you can see no clouds, but over land, which is to the left of me, the Gulf would be to the east of me, the ones to the left of me have what's called a rain factor component to them. They have a definite floor, and they have what's called a build going on. Their cumulus clouds are building upwards. So that means there's convection going up. And when there's convection going up, there's also convection, counter-convection going down. So they're building, each cloud is building turbulence. Those clouds, if they were to smash into another cloud, right now they're in equilibrium. There's enough up and down force happening. But if they were to smash into each other, that would throw that convection into an unbalanced state, and it would start raining. So that's what's going on right there. And I'm telling you, we need rain. It hasn't rained at all for the whole month of November. October, it stopped raining like mid-October. So it hasn't rained for the last 6 weeks. In fact, I turned the sprinkler system on right before Halloween. I put 2 cycles on because your lawn really needs 2 waterings. It needs one right as the sun goes down and one right before the sun goes up. Now, I didn't do that. I put one at 10 p.m. and the other one at like 3 a.m. because I don't want to be rude to people walking their dogs, or a lot of the wildlife. They do the dusk dawn thing, so I don't want to spray them. So the lawn can take 2 drinks, but late at night and real early in the morning. There's always that dew. The dew settles on the lawn around 6 a.m. anyway, so the lawn will get a 3rd drink from the dew setting. So I'm going to look for it. I'll go down to Fresh Catch, which is right up here. I tried to park up here, but no one else is parking here. And it was it irked me because there was a policeman in a vehicle just hanging out there. So I can't park there. So there's Fresh Catch coming up on the left. That's where the old junker used to be as well. That was wiped out. Fresh Catch, they haven't done diddly to fix it. Not the immediate left there, but coming up with the blue pilings. Those dark blue pilings up there. Where the radio tower is, direct line of sight there. That's Fresh Catch. That's as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to follow this neon yellow bikini. Right. Seagulls are too tired to fly. I guess we're going to pass the bikini. That's the preferred bathing suit for women, bikinis. I rarely see one pieces. One thing I do notice though is that you have to put good sunblock on. Don't get anything with some real. Don't get the cheap stuff. And if you are getting cheap stuff, don't put the cheap stuff on your face. The worst thing that could happen is that you could have an allergic reaction to some of this stuff you're putting on your body. And you don't want to mar your face or any other visible aspects. So go with the all-natural, some of those like Olay moisturizing creams with sunblock in it. Ensure that you do your homework. So I'm using this stuff that is made by a local company in Whiskey Creek, and they market it on a lot of stores in Sanibel. And I got a neighbor that did work for them, so they give them like free samples. Anytime they bring up a new product, I'll give them some samples. So he gave me one. He says there's more. So I use it, and it's really good. It feels really good on skin. There's no irritation to the eyes if you accidentally wipe your eyes with it. So yeah, I like it a lot. I guess now we're gonna see the neon bikini from the front side. So we just got down to Fresh Catch. It feels later in the day now that this daylight savings time has arrived, but it's still only about maybe 1:30. You have to exercise though. That's a requirement. Exercising means your body has to be physically tired before you go to bed at night. Not mentally tired. See, programming on mentally tired. Your body's got to be physically tired. So if you're not physically tired, you're not going to get a good night's sleep, and you'll age because you won't sleep right. You need that REM. So it's good that you do, at least a 2-mile walk. That would at least get your body, and don't eat either before you go to bed. You shouldn't eat 4 hours before you go to bed. A lot of these seagulls, they're smart. They know humans won't hurt them, also little kids. Looks like some of these seagulls actually, they migrate with the seasons too. Some of these seagulls, for some reason, look like they were from up north, like along the eastern seaboard of the United States, and they came down because they're snowbirds too. I was wondering how that expression, snowbirds, but I think a lot of sailors must have noticed that bird migrations going from north to the south in the winter and going from the south to north in the summer. I don't blame them. Hey, if you could fly and all you need to do is lounge out on the beach, you don't need to have a nest or a home or a mortgage, nice. And the food is staring right at you, and you can eat this garbage on the beach and feel content, oh my gosh. And then somebody's gonna throw like a half-eaten piece of chicken your direction, wow. You just wanna catch it before it hits the ground. almost like seagulls, if they can see your eyes and you're not wearing glasses, they're less threatened. But if they can't see your eyes and all they see is your sunglasses, then they're threatened. That's one thing I don't see why people do. I don't see why people get tattoos. You really can't come in the sun with a tattoo like that. Because your skin is designed with a light pigment to reflect sunlight. And of course to hide in snow for predators. When you get a tan, your body tans. But when you have a tattoo, that part of your skin will absorb more sunlight than anything else, causing it, that's all spectrums of the UV light, except for whatever that tattoo color is. But it also could mean that area of your skin heats up, and it could cause your skin to die and a potential cancer zone to occur in your skin or underneath your skin. I don't know. I wouldn't get a tattoo. I don't personally think it looks pretty at all. And even for medical reasons where you injure yourself, I don't think it looks pretty. I can see people are going to war that are about to die. That's crazy, but just something crazy, whatever. But I can't. I don't know. Here's a dog following his master out to the water. Look at him. This guy's chain on. He's going out there. He says, if the master can come out, I can go out too. Oh, no, he just bailed. Oh, but he wants to try it again. There's a sandbar out there. Go for it, pup. There's a sandbar. Go. See, he needs some encouragement. He wants to see another, just like a little baby human. He wants to see someone else do it. I mean, the dog can see the human standing, so he knows how tall the human is. And the dog obviously is not that scared of water, but he's scared of deep water. It's just like everyone else. Everyone's scared of deep water. I don't care if you're a fisherman for 100 years, you're scared of deep water. Water can claim your life in a split second. You don't know when your human body will all of a sudden pass out due to stress or shock from water. You don't know. Cold water, hot water, you don't know. It's a mystery. It's scary. If you can't put your foot on the bottom, forget it. If you know it's 16 feet down and you're treading water, 16 feet is a long way down, but I mean, you could at least, go down and push off the bottom if you were tired and use spring back up. You just have to hold your breath, but you wouldn't want to be doing that for 10,000 times, because one time you're gonna miss the envelope. You're gonna drown and go into that shock. The prone float only works when there's no waves. I've done a prone float, and when you have surf more than a foot, forget it. It rolls right over you. Rolls right over you. If you're a prone float, and you drink that in, forget it. You start treading, and you're done. You're done, because you can't tread when you start to cough, especially when your 1 foot waves come in. You can't stand up, forget it. That's why if you're going to deep water, always bring a life vest, always, for yourself and anybody else. Bumpy here. We're gonna go over here. You see, it's softer over here, but less bumpy is better. It's softer, slightly softer. There's a puppy. There's a black lab coming up that's lying on the beach. He's got his territory marked out. Puppies love this beach. Most of these puppies have gone down to the dog beach, and they love it down there. They love it. They all get together in packs, and they play like group tag, where they all pounce on one dog, and then they, like a minute later, then they'll all choose another dog to pounce on, and they'll all pounce on that other dog, and So I guess it's pylon, whatever you want to call it. So the tide is almost imperceptibly going out. Before I start moving out. I have to notice one thing though. People are looking a little more trimmer this year. So whether they're cutting their grocery budgets or whether food's becoming more expensive or they're just being more healthy, I've seen that. People are more healthy this year. There's a lot less obese people here at the beach. It could just mean that everyone here is a military person. And being fit and trim comes with the job. But some people are burying themselves in sand. I saw some people running away with a body full of sand. I'm like, well, there's the goal. Watch it off. Some people, they're using these little stands to hold their bottles and they're playing frisbee. They just don't their bottles at all. Pi is doing some good business. Half these people are the paid parking, but the other half they want to time. And look at how many boats are offshore, just relaxing here. As soon as Margaritaville opens, we got it. People are drinking. There's not that many sandbars right now. The sandbar did pile up on the beach, so it's a high tide, so boats are able to come in really close without worrying about the prop damage. I'm watching people with drinks. Half of them have soda, the other half have mixed drinks or beer. So it's pretty cool. Really relaxed today. Everyone's just enjoying themselves. The dogs would love to be let off the leash here. That's something. Cut back up here in Lynn Hall Park and check out the Cerro Boulevard. It's gorgeous out here on the beach, I'm telling you. I didn't think it would be a good bicycle day, but I'm glad I came. It's just gorgeous. These people are kind of making spiraling. They're gonna like spin their leg or something. So the tide looks like it's coming in a little bit because the seaweed is being punched together. There's not much seaweed, but it's being punched together. So it's an indication the tide is, whether it's ebbing or flowing, I'm not sure, but it looks like it's flowing in a little bit. Somebody's willing to look like my neighbor. Yeah, right here it smells like really rancid. Man, you can't. Oh man, it's almost as if there was a cesspool here of some kind. Oh, I can't see why anyone would stay here. It's really bad right here. It smells of urine. It smells like the bathrooms of the old Dairy Queen. It must have had a septic tank. It must have ruptured, and it smells. See, right now it doesn't smell too bad. Oh man, it smells really bad there. All right, so this used to be the way you used to come up from the beach. Oh, anymore.
And you know what's going on around here right now?
What?
Is there a lot of stuff going on? Is there any races, any cool events?
I mean, Margaritaville is going to open like in 3 weeks.
Margaritaville?
So, yeah, that's that building right there, that hotel. But you have a lot of boaters.
Yeah,
they're offshore.
How many boats are there? Like 50? Right there?
A little less than that, but that's where people hang out. They go to the sandbar, they drink, have a good time.
Oh, it's pretty crazy today.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Other than that, it's just a normal day. Veterans Day, so it's a holiday.
Oh, it's Veterans Day. That's why. I was wondering. That's why. I was wondering. That's why. It's Veterans Day.
So beachgoer, everyone's friendly in this area. So that's the old Palaka I just passed on the left-hand side. They want a couple $1 million for these empty lots. I mean, 10 years ago these lots were selling for a couple $100,000. So I don't, a couple $100,000 with a building. Now they have the empty lot, and you really can't build anything here because the construction is going to be outrageous. See, this Hershey's ice cream is closed. I don't understand that. People want ice cream. It's the middle of the day. Anyway, here's Margaritaville. And you get that looming dark cloud above it. But that's, there is probably a conversion zone going over Hurricane Pass. And it's causing the sea breeze to hit the land breeze. I can see the sea breeze is blowing inland. So the sea breeze wins out until the land breeze hits it. You don't have much of a strong sea breeze, but just enough to keep the clouds over land, not over sea. I mean, if you look out at the sea, about 40-50 miles out, there is a line of clouds, like an old occluded front, a cool front, not really a cold front, a cool front that died out, and it just hangs out there. But it's not adding any wind or anything to the seas. It's not creating any kind of chop. Now, they had redone the sidewalk, and they did a good job. They sliced it. Got some bicycles behind me. I'm going to speed up. So anyway, looking over here at the right, Margaritaville is cool. It still doesn't have a final Marseille finish on it. That's still the rough. And it's very dangerous here on bike because there are some. Yeah, so they still haven't gotten anywhere close. And they still haven't done final plumbing either. They haven't put in the drain filters. You normally would put the drain filters on right before you do the final Marseille. They haven't put them on either. So that's at least drain filters. They'll take with inspection, and if they do a proper pressure test, that would take 2 weeks right there. So we just passed Tuna Skin. This is their main building here. So it looks like Tuna Skin will reopen. They're probably, it looks like they're all done with the construction. They just have to, get the inside, get the approval rate, the approved. It still looks kind of dangerous though. I don't know if they're going to get an approval, but we'll see. When I say dangerous, that walkway leading up, you're supposed to have a handrail like every 10 feet or something like that. I didn't see that there, but that's a new rule that may only apply to like downtown Fort Myers. I don't know, but I didn't see it there. Not that I would care for one. I'm a beachgoer. I don't care if I fall over. That's my fault. If I'm going to the beach and I can't grab a handrail, then that's my fault. I shouldn't hold the establishment responsible for that. It's ridiculous. So I can see that people are starting to leave the beach per se because the traffic here is very light, actually. When I say light coming on the beach. Some of these parking lots, they're a lot less full than when I came. I probably could get parking now if I wanted to in the spot that I normally park at. So I'm only going to go up to Diamond Head. Here's a Love Boat ice cream, and again, they're not selling enough. There's not enough walk-by traffic. They need to be down by Times Square. So they're just wasting their time and money here. I mean, if Kyocera Shopping Center were to reopen, and they could have shops in there, or even gambling like I want, then you may have another draw. If they had like a gambling arcade, even a kids arcade, maybe even some amusement rides, or at least some decent surf shops or dining or entertainment or something that would draw people down to this area. Then you're gonna have more foot traffic. But other than that, people from Diamond Head, I noticed, they don't walk. They may rent a bicycle, but that's not gonna help an ice cream store. People are not gonna stop on a bicycle to have an ice cream. I mean, on Sanibel they do, yeah, but that's because they expect it. But here at Fort Myers Beach, they ain't going to do that. This blue building across the street used to be a really good breakfast restaurant. $2 or $3, you could buy yourself 2 eggs, some bacon, sometimes even a little tiny sausage patty and orange juice, all for $3 for breakfast. That was an awesome deal. See, people over there are parking, they're using the Tri-Power real estate. The Tri-Power looks like they're fixing the roof. There's some kind of stuff going on. Or they just know the realtors, or they are realtors, just using their privilege. This could be the reason. So this is Margaritaville. This is Diamond Head, excuse me. They still have most of their papers. Of course, they went smartly with concrete here, so their foundation didn't wear away. Because with papers, you still have that potential of the foundation wearing away. But these papers they put down lasted. This is the original. This is not a rebuild. So they did it right. They probably linked them up with concrete. That's what probably worked. Probably poured dry concrete between the papers. The concrete bonded them in place, so impervious. So when Hurricane Ian came and swamped this area under almost 20 feet of water, and those waves were crashing on this area. Imagine when the water was receding and coming in, the waves that were 2 or 3 feet high had the energy and were crashing straight down, applying like 500 pounds of force in each crashing wave. Wow. So this Sun and Fun rental here on the right-hand side coming up, they're on the old Leaky Tiki real estate. They must have bought it. And whatever they did is smart because they're able to bypass whatever the crazy laws here restricting businesses. But that's a model of other people to follow. They just used basically 3 shipping containers that they painted. And they got more. They have a generator over there. They have a power pole, so I know that they're hooked into power. And they have a building permit, so but they don't have a fence around their property, so the building permit must have just been for the electrical. So whether they're given maybe a temporary or 6-month permit or whatever, but it looks like it's permanent to me, which is good. Let's drive over here by the beach, check it out. This is that other bar that usually has a good hangout. And I hear the beers aren't that outrageous. But it's a little bit off the beach though. You want something closer. You want someone to drive you by or on a boat. So we got a live band playing. I see 2 people on guitars. Hold on. Oh wow. I see 2 people on guitars and 1 person on drums. So a 3-person band. That's rare. Normally you only see a 1-person band with synthesized the rest of it. See, people are trying to act like they're looking for real estate to buy. That still doesn't give you the right to park here for the beach. Look, straight ahead of me, there used to be that building that was listing, but it fell down. So there's people parking here. They think there's no one watching, but there is. They are watching. They're probably in eating lunch or going to the bathroom, but they'll be back out. And they know if you're parked there or not. So a lot of people have the money. If you have the money, why not? Get yourself a nice parking spot, not near other people. I mean, you only got porta potties around here, which it's better that they have porta potties than nothing, that's for sure. But see, the 7-Eleven, they had a couple of them in the area. They were really providing those necessary bathrooms for those people that really needed those necessary bathrooms. I'm not sure if Lanakai offers that. Although the parking on the other side of the street here, Norm's Parking, where the old 2 establishments where they put rock, and people are parking there now. So it looks like preferred parking. The cars that are parked there look really expensive. So it's more than $15 a day. It must be the executives in charge of rebuilding the Lanakai. This is the tuna skin. Beautiful job they did. Beautiful. I'm in awe. They haven't put the banisters up yet on the steps. So now it looks like the traffic is picking up. People coming on the beach now. And now this is the only traffic light on the beach right here. And I still don't understand why they have it, because they don't need it. I shouldn't say that. There is a traffic light near Times Square, and they don't need that light there either. I don't know why they put this light in, but I guess Margaritaville expects there to be so much business that they wanted to light it. It doesn't make any sense. It would be nice though if Margaritaville had a lazy river too. As a premium resort, I don't call them a premium resort, but people in Fort Myers are looking up to them as a premium resort. And premium resorts all have lazy rivers. This property here on the left-hand side should be bought out by Margaritaville. Lee County owns it. It's better than Fort Myers Beach. Brakes are working there. Been to Cozumel, Mexico. It's a nice place. It's expensive though in the tourist hangouts, but you get off the tourist hangouts and it's inexpensive. Whatever you do, don't take a boat in there. They just bring you right to the tourist center.
Yeah, really.
Not a go on this. Are we actually?
See, there is a urine smell right here. You smell it. Oh, it's putrid. It's coming from the drain system too. Almost like that's where it's going into. It's coming out of these drain vents. It really smells putrid. Wow. So it's probably flowing into the Gulf somehow. Probably a broken water main going right into the Gulf there with all the urine.
There she is, straight out there. Go there, you're right.
Anyway, we won't go much further.
Oh, the whole pier there having to redo, huh?
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might do a video tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I need to do some housework first. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to hold it up here. You guys don't want to go over the bridge again. Anyway, until next time.